In the quiet of night or the bright morning light, a story awaits to bring joy or delight. In English or Portuguese, come what may. For young hearts or old, let it sweep you away. It was a rainy morning, and she longed so much to warm herself in the sun. Laura no longer had desires strong enough to help her overcome even the simplest obstacles. She sat down, listening to the rain, and gathered the strength to call her daughter. "Hi, Angela, it's me." Silence. "Mom, are you okay?" "Do you remember that little checkered blanket?" Laura sighed deeply. "What blanket, Mom? Are you okay? Do you want me to come over?" "The one I lent you for little Paul. I need it," Laura said. "And I really need you to come soon," she added. "I'm on my way, Mom," Angela replied, hanging up, already worried. She had always been the closest to her mother. She knew her struggles deeply, or at least tried to. Laura was a good woman and a good mother, but stubborn as a mule. Angela rushed in, left her umbrella in the kitchen corner, and gently asked, "Hi, Mom, are you okay?" "No," Laura replied. Angela immediately reached for her phone to call an ambulance. "Wait, sweetheart. Before I go, I want to give you a few things." "What do you mean before you go? Are you going on a trip without telling us?" Angela joked, trying to hide her nervousness. "No, darling. I have been having chest pain. I think my time is coming. Dizziness, weakness." "Why didn't you tell me? You always said you were fine. You never wanted to live with us." Laura was now breathing heavily, struggling to speak. "Let me tell you a story," she began softly. "There was once a very quiet little girl, so quiet that people often forgot she was there. One day, while walking alone, she discovered that collecting little stones made her happy. She could gather lots of them. The other kids thought it was weird. How she would collect and even ask for stones, even at school. But over time, she gathered such a wide and beautiful variety that the children started admiring her collection. Some stones were shiny, even glowing. That gave her a sense of worth. She saw herself as someone special, a true collector. After a long pause, Laura went on. That little girl grew up and fell in love. She loved the boy deeply, and he loved her back. Everyone could see it. They got married and had children. Her voice faded. "Angela," she whispered, almost breathless, "this little box is for you." She pulled a carved wooden chest from under the cushions, trying to lift it. Angela quickly took it from her hands. She couldn't believe her eyes. At least 15 rings with giant precious stones. Angela sat stunned, waiting for her mother to continue. "Go to my room and pull out the drawers from the wardrobe." "How?" "Behind the drawers, there's a safe." "A safe? You never told me you had a safe. Where else are you hiding?" Angela now felt caught between reality and fantasy. She went to her mother's room, pulled out the drawers, and there it was, a medium-sized safe. "Mom, what do I do? I don't know the code. 987069064. Angela wrote it down, walked back to the safe, and for the first time in her life opened one. Inside were neatly arranged boxes filled with sparkling stones of every color, each labeled with a name. Some boxes were marked diamonds. She had never seen such gems up close before. Maybe tiny ones in jewelry stores, but even that was rare. She thought of kings from old movies, of ancient tombs and pirate chests. She felt like a kid again, living out a cartoon adventure where someone finds treasures in a secret vault. She sat for a moment, amazed by her mother's secret. Laura, sensing her daughter's awe, called out, "Angela, are you okay in there?" Angela came back slowly, carrying one of the boxes. "Mom, where did you get all the stones?" "Well, once I realized you couldn't find real treasures on the ground, I started traveling to mining areas when I got older. They were cheaper there. Later, your father gave me some as gifts. He loved doing that. Over 50 years, you can build quite a collection." "Mom, you have come alive just talking about these stones." "But it's dangerous to keep them out of a bank. You need to be more careful." "More careful than this? Even you didn't know they existed." "Mom, you are putting all these stones in a bank. That's final. There have been too many break-ins around here." "I already regret showing them to you. In a bank I can't see them. I love organizing them. Besides, I have a debt." "A debt? What debt?" "Of course I should have known. Someone who hides all this from her own daughter must have more secrets." "Don't be silly. It's not what you think. My debt is to God." "What could you possibly owe him? You are not thinking these gems are your ticket into heaven, are you?" "I also owe nature. I knew they used mercury to find these stones, poisoning rivers, and I fed that crime with my own greed. That haunts me." "That's noble of you, Mom. But how do you plan to repay it?" "I am donating everything to the Save the Living Green project. It's a non-profit that protects flora and fauna. I know the founder. He's a very good man." "Mom, you are so naive. Once you hand over your collection, that's it. You just help destroy what you meant to protect." "Angela, I'm on my way out, but the world stays, and I feel it still needs me. So few people truly do anything for the planet." "All right, Mom, I won't argue. Thank you for the rings and for thinking of me. They are beautiful. I really appreciate it." Angela knew her mother well. Nothing could change her mind. But she wasn't going to let those precious stones gather over decades fall into ungrateful hands. So she made a plan that very night. She didn't tell her husband. He was too nervous by nature and would only make things worse. In the middle of the night, she got up without awaking him. She grabbed black gloves from the drawer, put on a beanie, and went to the garage. She drove to her mother's apartment. In the hallway, she used the spare key and opened the door Quietly, she peeked into the room. Her mother was sound asleep. Silently, she pulled out the drawers, opened the safe, and transferred the jam boxes into her backpack. She left the empty boxes in the living room floor. The next morning, Laura woke up late. She opened the window. It was a beautiful day. Finally, she could feel the sun. She walked into the kitchen and saw her jam boxes scattered across the floor. Without thinking, she called the police in a panic. "Hello, police! I have been robbed last night. All my stones are gone. I had so many." "Ma'am, no one breaks into homes to steal stones. Unless they were precious stones." "What's your address? I'll send a patrol." Within 30 minutes, a police officer was questioning Laura. "Did anyone else know about the stones?" Laura hesitated. Then she remembered. "Angela, my daughter, she knew everything." "Even the safe code?" "Yes, sir," she said, heartbroken. "What's her address?" Laura gave it, as if betraying herself. 2 hours later, Angela called. "Mom, what did you do? You weren't supposed to tell. I did this for your own good. Even the officers understood and let me go after I gave everything back." Then Laura replied, "Thank God it was you, Angela. How could I pay off my debt?" If you enjoyed The Secret of Laura, don't forget to check out the ebook. Inside, you'll find fun activities like sentence completions, space for your own drawings, inspiring quotes, and relaxing page to color, all designed to spark creativity. By getting your copy, you are also helping me to keep sharing the many stories I still have waiting to be told. Thank you for being part of this journey. Bye!